We're back at 7:40. In an open letter in this morning's Wall Street Journal, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is announcing the league's Play Smart, Play Safe initiative. The NFL will dedicate $100 million to medical research, player safety, and developing new technology to protect athletes. Matt sat down with Commissioner Goodell exclusively and asked him how quickly he believes this money will change the game.
I think it'll change the game immediately. We have invested significantly in the past to further research, but we've also not waited on research. We've made rule changes. We've made changes in our equipment. We've done things to improve the way the game is played. We've changed our protocols to make sure that we are monitoring the play more closely, and we can get care to our players at the earliest possible opportunity. So we're going to invest in science. Some of that will take a few years to develop, but we think we're changing the game today, Matt.
I remember 2009, Commissioner, you testified before Congress, and there was a representative who talked to you and said that she compared the NFL to the tobacco industry. And she said where the tobacco industry denied the connection between cigarette smoking and cancer, she felt that the NFL had denied the connection between the game and head injuries.
Well, I disagree entirely with that position because of all the work that we've done. In fact, in 2009, 2010 was the time when we put that on our poster that will sit in our locker room. And that poster says that if your brain injuries and repetitive brain contact is not properly managed, then that can lead to long-term health consequences. So I think we've been a leader in this area. We've been very clear about the steps that we've had to take to make our game safer.
So let's talk about changes. I remember an example last season, Case Keenum and the Rams, and we all watched as he took a hit and went down, and his head hit the turf, and he grabbed his head, and I think everybody watching said he's got a concussion, and nothing happened. He stayed in the game. And when you were watching that footage, what was your first reaction?
That our protocol was violated, that that's not right. The case should have gotten medical treatment. And what we did is we worked to try to evaluate our medical protocols, improve on them, and make sure they're properly communicated to every medical personnel in the league. And we did that with the NFL Players Association. And in the offseason, we just announced it a few weeks ago, we strengthen that so that if anyone does violate our protocol on the team level, they are subject to discipline.
Did anyone get fired for that? Anyone lose their job over that?
No, it was again, we watch the protocols, we make sure that they're followed. It was a medical judgment is what we always want to rely on. But I think in the future, there's going to be discipline if we see protocol being broken.
I mean, it's going to sound like a strange question. Do the fans care about this? I mean, for all of the years that the data on concussions and CTE and things like that has been mounting, and for all the years that there have been headlines out there that say it's the death of the NFL, the game continues to grow and the ratings on television continue to grow. It's a little hard to understand. Do you think the fans care?
Yes. I very much so, and I hear from our fans on that. They care about our players. They care about them today. They care about them in the future, and they want to know that we're taking care of them, and we're doing the best we can to protect them while they're playing and for the years after they get away from the game.
Some fans who've read the headlines, Commissioner, are going to hear about this initiative and say, I wonder if this is as much about protecting players as it is protecting the image of the NFL, the brand of the NFL. How would you respond to that?
Matt, I've been in this game for 35 years. I've known players. I care about our players. I respect what they do on and off the field. Some of them I've known for 30 years when I worked for the Jets as an intern, and they're still my friends. They're going to be sitting with me at the game on Sunday. So I care about these players.
I did an interview with Brett Favre a while back, and he said he doesn't have a son, but he said if he did, he would be extremely reluctant to let his son play football. That's the lifeblood of a league. That is the next generation of players. What's your message to parents?
Well, Matt, listen, I understand the skepticism of the NFL, but let me just go to the American Academy of Pediatric. They have looked at this issue of young kids coming into football, and they have said It's about proper coaching, improve the techniques, do the things necessary to limit contacts. Those are changes that we have been making. We're seeing that on every level of football, from NFL down to the youth level. I went by a youth football practice the other day and was watching it. I see how they're teaching the game differently. That's great for football, but that's also great for all other sports.
In his open letter, the commissioner writes that, quote, "We can and will do better," and the hope is that this new investment will lead to better medical care and improvements to equipment, including helmets and playing surfaces. We should note NBC is a broadcast partner of the National Football League.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.